Hi guys, and welcome to Needle and Threads, and today we're going to look at 3D felting with some robins in mind. So we're going to use our barb felting tools, our 3-prong one, our single prong one, and a big piece of foam to work on. So I'm using polystyrene shapes. So here's one that I made previously, which is a little owl. So if you don't want to do the robin, you could do the owl. It's the same principle in making. So I'm using a bit of milliner's wire here, so I've cut about 10 inches, folded it into half and created my little legs. So I'm going to pop them to the side. And I'm using about a natural size Easter egg polystyrene shape. And the wool tops roving that we've been using over the last few weeks, I'm going to continue with my colour scheme, which is a more contemporary colours of cream, grey and a burgundy for my robin. So I'm going to lay my wool tops roving over the top so it's covering over the egg, and then with my multi-pronged tool I'm going to stab away so that it felts into the polystyrene egg. And if you're a bit stressed out towards Christmas, this is really therapeutic. So we're going to go all the way over there until we've felted that in. Now to do the head, I've got some pre-bought felted balls here, but they're not quite big enough. So you could wrap some felt over and keep felting it till it's the right size for its head. Or you could use a smaller polystyrene shape. So I've got some small egg shapes here, which would work just as well for his head. Either way, then we would need to cover it over with some felt it down, and then join the head to the body. And we're going to use the single tool, and we're going to stab all the way around the neck. So I'm doing this very quickly for this video. It will take you 5 minutes or more to stab it on. So we're just going all the way around that neck so the head is nice and secure to our polystyrene base. And then I've covered over the grey. You may want to use brown if you want to use traditional robin colours. And I've wrapped it over the head like a shawl, and I've felted that into the head and the body. And then we're taking our red for our red breast. Remember, as I've said in other felting videos, it does shrink. So just give yourself a little bit more felt than you need. And then putting in the detail with our single tool, I'm just rolling the white felt around my finger so we get a nice crisp line between the wings and the red breast there. And we're going all the way around to create that white bit, because they're not completely red robins, they've got a nice white throat as well. So we're just going to stab that round, keep on going until we've got the body of our robin shape. Now I've pushed in just at the eyes with a pen so that I've got a little indent where I want to put the eyes, and I'm using a little bead. So you can either put these on with a small pin called a lil pin, or you could just use a little bit of glue to glue in your eyes. So we're just popping those in. So lil pins are a third of the size of a regular pin. And then I'm using a little bit of felt, and I'm using my single tool, and I'm going to felt in his beak. Now if you're a bit worried getting too close with your needle, you could always again use a little bit of glue to glue in your beak. And for those feet then, I've used my stiletto to push through the felt, make a hole into the polystyrene. I'm putting a little bit of glue in there. I'm using some Copydex glue rather than PVA glue, and I'm going to let his feet dry. To do the wings then, I'm going to do double wings on here. You could do it single if you want to. I've got some grey felt here, and I'm just going to attach them at the top of the wing. So I'm using my multiple tool, and I'm just going to stab that into place. Keep stabbing until it's all blended into your robin, or your owl if you want to do the owl. And that attaches your wings on, and then we just need another bit of felt to create a tail at the back. And again, you could glue if you don't want to felt, but felting it in makes it much more professional looking and makes it seamless. So obviously we're going to put our wing on the other side as well, and I've attached this with a little bit of hot glue to a large cotton reel, and I thought that looked quite attractive way of displaying my robin. So this is a very small ball, one of the felted balls that I've just carried on in the same sort of theme. I'm not going to put legs on this, I'm just putting a wing on it, and stick on a little eye on it as well. And so we've got a little diddy one, and we're going to put that on a normal cotton reel. Next time we're going to do our last of our felting, where we're going to make some felted angels. So until then, take care.